My brother saw a ghost as a kid. 2 decades later, I realized what he actually saw. I was about 7 years old, my brother about 10. It was well past our bedtime when our mom woke up off the couch to put us to bed. Our dad worked construction out of town back then, so it was often just the 3 of us for weeks at a time. Up the stairs and to the immediate right was our parents' bedroom. Going left put you in the middle of the hallway. Taking another left down that hallway led to my brother's room. The opposite end was my room, which was also across the hall from our upstairs bathroom. At either end of the hallway are window doors we always kept locked and rarely used. The door on my end led to the balcony overlooking the front yard, and the door on my brother's end opened up to the back porch. The house kind of leans into a small hill. My brother and mom both had the habit of waking up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom. I only knew this because I was a light sleeper and they couldn't help flushing with the door wide open. This night, however, my brother stopped on his way to his room and came back towards the bathroom. I'm gonna try to pee before I go to bed. The past few nights I've been too afraid to walk to the bathroom. I keep seeing a man wearing stripes at the end of the hallway. I don't know if my mom wrote it off as my brother telling ghost stories to try to scare me, or if she was already half asleep and didn't catch it, but didn't react at all to my brother's confession. I, on the other hand, was terrified by it. A fear of seeing a ghost like that at the end of the hallway or through the windows is the reason I started running from the stairs to my bedroom at night. Years later, when I was about 18, my mom and I were having a conversation in her car about a dog we had a very short time when I was little. We were sharing stories about Max's tendency towards destroying my shoes and other unruly behaviors when my mom blurted out, "Do you remember the time I opened the front door for the cops and Max ran inside to the kitchen and started tearing open that big bag of dog food we had?" This really caught me by surprise because in all the years I lived in that house, we never once called the cops. I asked her what she was talking about, and she looked equally surprised as if she had just revealed something by accident. "Oh, that's right. I never told you because you were too young at that time." One night, I woke up hearing noises outside my window, and when I looked, I saw a man staring in my bedroom. She went on to describe how turning on the lights caused him to take off running and how she grabbed my dad's pistol before calling the cops. I can't remember all the details I gave them when they showed up. Tall, white male, wearing a striped shirt and jeans, short, dark hair, something like that. They said it matched the description of a man they were looking for in the area. Turns out he'd escaped from jail and on a murder charge. Now, I know it sounds so obvious hearing those 2 stories back to back, but it wasn't until a few years ago, in my mid-20s, that I pieced together that my brother had unknowingly warned us about a murderer who spent multiple nights casing our home. Update. I spoke with my mom and brother separately about the stories. First, my mom corrected my memory about what she found out from the police. It wasn't someone that had escaped, rather the description fit a suspect in an ongoing murder investigation. I'm honestly not sure if that makes it better or worse. Also, my brother already knew about my mom's story. He still can't remember much about how he saw the person, but it sounds like it scared him as much as the story did for me when we were kids. He said he's probably suppressing the memory, and I can't tell if he's joking about that or not. My brother did remind me for a piece of the story I didn't know was related. For the week after my mom called the cops, our older cousin brought a shotgun and stayed with us until our dad returned. Of course, at the time, I didn't know why he was staying with us. I mentioned this to my mom and she told me a detail I didn't know. Our cousin, who was sleeping in my brother's room, set up a makeshift alarm system with some string and bells on the door in case anyone came in again. A string, some bells, and a shotgun. Affordable home security for the 90s, I guess. The funny part about my cousin's makeshift alarm story is that it led to my mom revealing another detail in my life I never knew about. For as long as I can remember, that door, which was replaced several years ago, had a rope loop of Christmas bells around the knob. The sound of those bells is burned into my memory because they would jingle any time someone opened the door, and my mom would always check that door before going to bed. As I got older and started doing more work around the house, I would have to use that door a lot, and would get annoyed by it falling off every time I opened the door. I remember getting frustrated and throwing it in a closet once or twice, but my mom got so upset and made me put it back. She said our cousin's alarm system gave her the idea to leave those Christmas bells on the door year-round. Anyway, we never got more information about the investigation, and we also never had any incidents like that again. So that was good enough for us. What are your thoughts on the story? Leave that in the comments below. Remember to like and subscribe. We post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thank you, and good night.